Knicks and the Pistons picked this up in the second quarter. Knicks up by 3. Carmelo Anthony back on the floor had himself a good day. Jumps the passing lane and then just pulls up in front of John Lure for 3. Buries that. Knicks had 50 midway through the second quarter. In the second half, Knicks leading by a dozen. Derrick Rose had a strong game. Good passing. Finishes with the up and under to avoid the Andre Drummond block. Team high 27 for D Rose on the night. In the fourth, Knicks pulling away. Rose to KP. Porzingis with the slam. He had 25 points. Well-rounded effort from their big three. D Rose, Carmelo, and KP. 109-95. Knicks roll at home over Detroit. The Knicks not playing for anything. And we know they're not going to the postseason, but the Pistons are one of those teams that's vying for a final spot in the Eastern Conference. They've looked awful as of late, CT. They're rolling over for everyone else.
Yeah, you could forget about it if you're the Detroit Pistons. They just don't seem to have what it takes. They don't seem to have the desire. It was a game that they had against the Chicago Bulls. That was the game where Robin Lopez was suspended after he got into that fight with Serge Ibaka, and they couldn't get the job done. So Detroit not giving the effort that you want. I'm sure Stan Van Gundy, a guy that prides his teams on being prepared, has to be real disappointed. But when you look at the New York Knicks, some Knicks fans were screaming like the Knicks are messing things up because the Knicks probably should be tanking. As the Knicks continue to win more, that hurts their lottery position. So are the Knicks really helping themselves by actually trying to go out there and get wins? But when you look at Kristaps Porzingis, he started off real hot, 5 of 5, 15 points in the first quarter. He had over 20. We were looking at Carmelo, had 17 in the second quarter. He had over 20. And then you mentioned Derrick Rose with 27. So all three of those guys, KP, Carmelo, Derrick Rose, over 20. They came in 1-4 when all those guys score over 20. So normally that's not a good indication when all those guys are balling, but make that 2-4 because they actually got it done tonight when they all drop numbers.
Some housekeeping as far as the Pistons are concerned. Ish Smith got the start in this game. Reggie Jackson was not able to come off the bench. He was being rested for this game, but I was looking on Twitter here. The Pistons do play tomorrow in Miami, I do believe.
Okay.
Reggie Jackson's not going to play in that game either, and there is concern that he may be shut down for the rest of the season. So it might be just the Ish Smith show at point guard there. We'll keep our eye on that. But Reggie Jackson didn't play tonight, not expected to play tomorrow, and might be done for the rest of the year.